feelings are mixed. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the signs. 10, kiss me in the rain. 1, 2, 3, you're too blind to see. 4, 5, 6, 8, I'm taking the risk. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the line. 10, kiss me in the rain, children.
Well, hello and welcome along to SLR, the first week here at Emilia in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix here at SLR, and this is the Tier 4 Gladiators as they're out on track at the moment for the qualifying session. I am the Biggles. Joining me will be the one and only the Pineapples. Do you like pineapple on your pizza in Italy?
No, I'm derogatory pineapple because I'm utterly useless. But no, that's what derogatory means. It's just a random name generator. I hate pineapple on pizza.
Well, you'll be suited perfectly in here in Italy, my friend, because yeah, you can't. If you order pineapple on your pizza, you might get executed. As we're watching Tipsy Bob, that's elected to go. Biggles, mate. Biggles. It's going to be wet because I've got the inters on. That's what Tipsy Bobs would be saying right now. How do you think he's doing? Whereas Mr. Pineapple as we're on board.
I think he's completely chosen the wrong tyre, and we'll be doing an absolute meme of a run.
Let's go on board with him as he starts his lap.
As he's laughing his lap, as he's starting his lap, because he's going to be like 3 or 4 seconds up the pace, and it's just going to be hilarious to watch. Why is he on the inters?
Because he's doing a good time. He may know that it could be raining tomorrow and he might not need to worry about the tyres. I'll pull up that weather. There's the weather forecast for you gentlemen out there. It's looking overcast for the race, so I don't know, we could get some rain. That's my Tipsy Bob might know. He's been around the block a few times, mate. He knows some things. He might teach you young dogs some new tricks. Learn from the golden oldies.
On a bone dry track, I think we're gonna pass on that one. I'm pretty sure I can make a better tyre choice than that. But
oh well.
I don't know.
Let's go to Snelly Hankey because he's going to be lighting up the timing boards at the fastest time so far for the Aston Alfa Romeo driver. He had a purple sector 2, as you can see on the graphics, and I've improved that little graphics for the telemetry up in the corner. What I've done, as Snelly Hankey goes the fastest by at least a second. See, what I've done, mate, is I've applied a little bit of a trick. I now can use the name of the driver and have their tyres and their flag, but then also the sector times underneath, and that's the accurate sector times, because the one that actually comes with the game, that's below it, isn't accurate. It's not for spectator mode. Boosted might go quicker. Yeah.
The game's terrible.
The game's terrible for spectator, exactly. For drivers, your time's accurate. Of course, you know if you're in purple or not. But
no, the times on the driver, they also mess up themselves.
Boosted goes to P2.
Boosted mess 15.9, he's 2/10 behind Snella Hinky. And Tipsy Bob is 10 seconds behind Snella Hinky, so an absolute meme of a run by the legend Tipsy. But I'm sorry, mate, that is not going to do you any good whatsoever.
He stayed out on it too. Stayed out.
Snella Hinky's up 3/10.
He has, yeah. Good catch.
His time, so I reckon he's going to just improve now. Hopefully he doesn't mess up the rest of his lap, which he looks kind of clean. He just gets with the curve, doesn't invalidate, nicks this curve on the left-hand side. He did, yeah, alright, yeah, that's not ideal.
Oh, you called it. Why did you call out Snelly? He was looking good for a second run.
Yeah.
I blame that on you.
I take the blame. That curve is very difficult to get right, and I often invalidate it there as well. So
I'll tell you what, mate.
I don't blame him.
You know that pit lane entrance is scary, right? It's like those freeway entrances where they usually have the barrels of water or sand or something like that, you know. So if you go up a freeway ramp or something, you miss it, you hit those barrels, and it kind of can absorb the impact. There's none of that here. The pit lane entrance is a hard concrete wall, and last week I've seen, because a couple of leagues were doing this track, you had 2S yesterday, and I've seen people bin it straight into that. Somebody's actually trying to overtake somebody into the pit lane and just completely destroyed half the car. So he went straight into it. So keep an eye out for that too. Have you ever binned it into that pit lane entrance?
I've never binned it into the pit lane entrance. That's because I haven't raced around this track too many times. So I know some people who have, for sure.
Yeah, no overtaking in the pit lane entrance, guys. Here, that's risky. It was a crazy race too yesterday. If you managed to catch the 2S, there was because the 2S obviously ended up being a partner of Slipstream. It's a good example of what's to come this week, of course, because we're going to be here with all the tiers, and lots of penalties, mate. Lots of penalties, and the person who won the race had no penalties. The only driver had no penalties, and that's after a late safety car. And he came back even from P7th with that late safety car with only a handful of laps to go and won the race because no penalties. So that's going to be the key today.
That's a shame. Shame I missed out on that because I could have raced in that. I was prepping to race in it, and then I just thought I'm going to go do homework instead. So could have been a part of all that penalties stuff.
That is homework, mate. That is homework. It's learning to drive a car around a track.
I have too many exams to play the F1 game, so I'm just gonna sit here and watch other people play it, which is, I'll admit, a way less productive use of my time, but a use of my time nonetheless. Here comes Ocean Chief on his outline. He's got a start.
Oh wait, I'll get Eversnacks, mate. Eversnacks is up. The snack start is on fire, and the McLaren, as he crosses the line around there, this will be the quickest time, but what will it be? It's a 14.8 on your Eversnacks dial. Good time. Sorry, I'm trying to turn my fan and stuff like that on. My maid's just finished cleaning, and she put stuff all over the place. I swear. It's a horrible life, mate. When your maids move things around.
Yeah, it's a horrible life when the person who cleans your house for you moves your stuff around. Yeah.
What do you think I'm in Panama for, mate? It's cheap to get a maid to do that stuff. In Australia, I'd have to spend like friggin' $100 or something at least. Yeah, I spend no more than 20. Well, so.
Yeah, so it makes the life even harder, doesn't it? When they've got $20 a maid to move your stuff around. No.
Yeah, she cleans really good, man. She picks up stuff and cleans underneath it and stuff like that, not just cleaning around it. And then every once in a while, she does more of a deep clean, like she'll pull pictures off the wall and clean behind them, and she'll get up on top of the fridge and pull the fridge out and all that jazz, you know, and clean behind it. And she's a little lady too. She's as strong as an ox.
He's retired.
Oh, what's happened, Snelly? He's retired, terminally damaged. Yeah, there's his car. Let's see.
So at turn 3, I believe that is. I mean, I don't know, maybe the track corners are terrible.
Yeah, he is. Let's see if we can see his car. No, it's being returned back to the pits right now. That was turn... Yeah, that's actually... I need to make my track map a little similar to the games. I'm looking at it upside down.
I'm willing to bet quite a large amount of money that Eversnacks has got this in the bag. I mean, that pole, he's on pole by almost a second.
How many channel points are you going to throw into the cookie jar? Then
into the cookie jar, I don't know, at least 50. Very well.
You're so not confident 20. You're going to bet 50 channel points. You can't bet anyway because we're on YouTube.
Yeah, true. Doesn't really work like that, but...
Now we're watching Tipsy Bob because he's actually decided, you know what, Pickles? I'm going to put the soft tires on. I love my really bad Tipsy Bob impression, that impression. It's good. It's like, I'm going to put the soft tires on Biggs. Here we go. I hope he's listening up there.
That doesn't sound too like Tipsy Bob.
We're on board with him right now. Do you want to give us a run around here? He's on an outlap. Do you want to see how it would feel to be in Mr. Tipsy Bob's helmet?
Sure. Let's go on board with Mr. Tipsy Bob. So he's going to line up now in this. He's going to prep now for sector 1, try and get a good exit off of this corner for the long, relatively long straight. It's no Baku, but it's definitely a good. I don't know, what is it, a mile maybe? Half a mile? They go by so fast in these F1 cars, you can never tell. He's going to enter this turn 1, 2, 3 left-right chicanes. Actually, probably really nice corners. You can't clip the curve too much, although he has. And I reckon he's not going to gain too much time. I think he's actually...
He's invalidated. Tipsy Bob, you had one job to give us a hot lap.
Yeah, and you haven't. You've now invalidated lap 1, turn 1. So I think go back to your inters, mate. You seem to be more consistent with those. Yeah. So,
I wonder if he'll go for a second run, but at the moment, let's go to Shaka Laka Laka because I just love his name. He's on the outlap now, so he gets a chance of the count, all of us, and the.
Here comes Ocean Tube as well. He's about to finish his lap.
He's too slow. I think it's just a cool down
I
lap,
think
mate.
he's down. Is he down?
Massively down.
Yeah.
About 3 seconds, 4 seconds. He's just cooling it down. But Shaka's not.
Yeah.
Shaka's going to start a lap soon. The old Shakalaka. And, well, Shakalaka, no pressure, but you've got 100 million people around the world watching you. As we're live. Do you think you'd be able to get that car around a lap if you knew you had 100 million people watching you? You'd be nervous as, wouldn't you?
It would make no difference if you didn't know.
That's true.
Ignorance is bliss. I would just keep going. And then afterwards you'd be like, by the way, this many people watch you, and you'd be like, damn, really? And then, yeah.
And you invalidated. And you invalidated.
Yeah. Well, not even invalidated. Gone out on the inters in the dry. Yeah, we'll call you 20 IQ. But anyway, here comes Shakalaka now. Attempt number 2 on commentating on a hot lap, on board with the Aston Martin into this left-right chicane. Don't invalidate, mate. Oh my god.
There it is.
He's done it as well. Oh, the commentator's curse.
Yeah.
And
He's going to throw it. He's binned it.
And he's dead.
Yep.
He is completely dead.
Did you see the marshal doesn't even...
Swiftly on.
The marshal doesn't even jump the fence and try to see if he's okay. Just like, no.
Yeah, the marshal just like, well, that's he's gone now. So,
do you see the rear tyre spinning? Look at that. It's actually moving a little bit. It's stuck in first gear.
Attempt 3. We have another Aston Martin. Boosted mess. He is now on a hot lap. He's 10th down of his sector 1. I can't believe every commentator just dies instantly. They just don't get anything done. If Boosted Mess dies now, I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, that's commentator's curse for you. Anyway, so he's gonna come through this fast left-hander. This is not gonna be a double right-hander. This is a really difficult corner to get right. You want to take the first one kind of flat, maybe a bit of a lift. Oh, his exit's kind of bad. And the second one, you want to brake quite hard into an uphill kind of. The rear end snaps back. Here's now another right-left chicane, in which we're going to just take all the curb in the world, just eat it up, because frankly, you're just going to gain tenths of a second the more curb you take. You want to keep the minimum speed up here for this double left-hander to finish a lap, and he almost invalidated, but he did it quite nicely, and he's kept it within track limits. It didn't look amazingly clean, definitely time to improve, but he improves by a tenth nonetheless. No change in the positions.
That's good. He's improved. Let's go to Bowman. I will get his name eventually. Hello, guys out there. Danny. I said that first world problems. I know, mate. Having a maid, such a first world problem. And a gardener. 2 gardeners, actually. Larson, 9 drivers. Yeah. Some might be joining us. Just a little bit late for qualifying coming into the race. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we get maybe 11, 12 drivers, a few more join. I know that Tier 4 does get quite a few numbers sometimes, so maybe everyone's just off on break. I mean, I know I would be if it's 2 days from half term for me and I've got to go skiing tomorrow, so.
Oh, first world problems. Jeez.
I know.
I gotta go
man.
skiing. Oh, no.
Oh, I've got to drag my feet as I leave the house. Oh, I've got to go on the luxury holiday. Oh, imagine, no.
Wow. I've never been skiing in my life, buddy, as Bowman goes 1.3 seconds slower, P5. Yep.
Yeah.
Eddie's now out on track, and, well, he's...
Oh, hey, Snacks. Let's watch him, because I think he's the leader, so let's watch if he can just destroy everyone even more, because the pole is basically in the bag for him now. He's done nice into turn 1, 2. He's kind of clipped the first curve and the second curve, kind of as you want to. You want to take more of the first curve, less of the second one. Here now into this another... Oh, he didn't actually... Oh, I think he's definitely... Okay, he's hit the gravel there at the exit, which is not ideal. He's now into kind of slow hairpin-ish kind of turn, and he's missed the apex there as well. So I don't think he's going to be too happy with this lap at the moment, I can't lie. Not that it's going to matter. He's 8/10 left-hander. I mean, he hasn't clipped the curve correctly, but he's carried a high minimum speed, which is what you want in those fast corners. Again, this uphill kind of double right-hander, really, really annoying to get correct as the AlphaTauri on Beaumont gets out of the way. You see how he just eats the curb on both turns there. His entire car is almost over it. That's how you want to take that chicane. You're just gaining lap time over your competitors there. They can't do anything about that unless they do it themselves. Keeping the minimum speed up for these 2 corners. Don't invalidate on the curves. Make sure you clip. I think he has. Oh my god!
There it is.
You know what? I should just shut up. I should just stop talking, because every time I say don't invalidate, they just do. They're like, oh wait, Dorogy's. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm off, mate. Oh, my bad. I can't do anything.
Ed goes to P7. There he gets his first time of the day in. Let's Rados now. He's on an outlap. He has yet to set a time. There's a big spread too at the moment. Look at that. Shaka's 3 seconds down the road there from Eversnack's time. Eversnack. Oh, and there's an invalidation for Rados. So another one bites the dust. Hey. Another one bites the dust.
Another one rides the bus.
Rides the bus. Hey, Thor. Yeah. Codemaster's good game. We all know about that, mate. But it is what it is. We have what we have. Well, you should be used to it right now. Everybody should know every nook and cranny and bug and every little... I'll tell you one thing to look out for. I forgot to do it, but we're going to look out for it right now. Check this out, mate. Look how high the front wing is of the Aston Martin. See that?
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
It's on Lucar, yeah. Compared to the McLaren, it's crazy.
It's high.
Like
I didn't notice it until the other day.
Yeah, it's like a 2008 kind of... It reminds you of 2008 with those like really swirly kind of front wings and had so many like different parts to it. It reminds me of that because they're just trying to keep that underfloor as fed as like with air as possible. So it's a really interesting design. I like it. It makes it look old-fashioned, but really, really nice.
Well, it looked like the test track when they did it the other day when they threw it out there, but that's because they can't run the correct testing specs. But their front wing was really high in the 2022 car, but it won't be in the written once they get it out the test track. If you had running that much high, it's like Monaco. No. Anyway, he's about to start his flying lap, so let's see if we can burn him for an invalidation. Should we? No. Boosted.
I think he's the last one on the lap, isn't he? Or is Radios?
Well, Radios, yeah. We'll commit to Radios, sorry, because he's just invalidated. As soon as I went over to him, oh no. So there it is.
All right.
Boosted, you're the only one left to get...
Alright,
Yeah.
improve by a second, please, mate, so you can deny Eversnack's pole, and then cost me 50 channel points that don't even count on this YouTube channel. Anyway, fast left-hander, again, he's, oh dear, I think he shifted down there. That's definitely a losing time, I can't lie. But it's fine. He's now going to come into this weird kind of start feel. I really hate this corner. The back end just always wants to step out from me. And then, alright, eat the curse, mate, eat him.
Yep.
And he's invalidated.
There it is.
Game over.
And
Cool.
another one.
Retire,
Yeah.
mate. Another one, but it's just...
He can go for another lap. He has time. He's the only one that can do it now. Everybody else, because while the qualifying actually is finished, apologies, it's overtime now. So he's going to have to box, and that will be our qualifying. He's not. He's committing. He's going to... Don't you damage my car. There it is. Jeez, that's my Aston Martin, mate. You put a scratch in that, you're paying for it. Here we go. That's qualifying over for us, mate. You get the fun of reading through the results there.
I'll read through the entire long list of results. We have Eversnacks, SLR Tier Chief, Salahenki, Wisdom Rest, Bowman, Tipsy, Edward, Shakalaka, and Radios, who did set time. And the whole time was a 1:14.8, which is a solid lap from Eversnacks. Always a fast driver.
You know, as slow as I am, I could have beaten Rados today.
At a stretch.
I mean, just by putting in, you know, a 2-minute 50, I still would have beaten him.
Yeah, but seeing this track and seeing how easy it is to validate, I wouldn't put it past anyone to just be like 0 on. I don't blame Rados. I think he's had a bad day, guys. Leave him alone. He's had a bit of a mare there, but let's forget that.
Well, I think Pineapples, this is going to be a teaser of what's to come, because if we saw that many invalidations during the qualifying, imagine to see the amount of penalties you're going to during the race, because that is exactly what's going to happen. Because that's what happened to 2S yesterday. Lots of penalties. Remember, there is a Rolex time penalty award that personally gets the most penalties, so you will get some sort of bonus consolation prize. However, if you do have the most amount of penalties, I pretty much bet you my 50 channel points that you're not going to win the race.
Yep, that's fair enough. That's probably going to happen. If you get like 6 seconds of penalties, you're basically out of contention. Unless you're Eversnacks, because he's just going to pull a 25-second gap in the first 3 laps in this week. So I don't think that's going to worry him too much. But anyway.
You think? He can easily invalidate I think, too, mate. But what we'll do is...
I think Eversnacks will be fine if he goes like... As long as he doesn't like colossally mess up, I think he's definitely going to... I mean, obviously the race can produce anything, but... I think he should be good to close that gap on Ocean Chief in front, as long as he doesn't mess up completely, because his pace is on. He shouldn't be in tier 4, he should be in tier 3. He's not. Well, he's not. He's a bit too fast.
He's not leading the championship. That's the problem right now. He's quick, but that's because he was also off a couple of weeks with his toe.
That's because he joined like 3 weeks too late. You can't blame him for that. That's not his fault.
Well, there's the current championship standings at the moment while the drivers are on their formation lap. So Ocean Chief is 240, so he's up by 1 race win. So Eversnax wins this one today. Ocean Chief needs some crucial points here. Only 2 more rounds left for the season. So he's got Ocean Chief. And Snell and Hankey and Ocean Chief work brilliantly as teammates. They are running 2nd and 3rd. So all Ocean Chief needs here is a nice 2nd place. And it still look very, very strong for that championship. Eversnax needs a win, of course. You need to win everything you could possibly win right now. I hope that was going on. You want to see the weather, Thor? Good idea. Alfa and Mayo's have already snatched up the championship. What's going to happen the rest of it? McLaren and Ferrari, Mercedes, they're all close. Red Bull's in there for a shot for that 2nd place. Leslie's been strong, but unfortunately no Leslie today. He's been winning races left, right, and center. But
yeah, he's not here today. We have 9 cars, so that's going to be very interesting in terms of the strategy. Because usually with 20 cars, you'll have like a few different strategies on the board. I reckon here it's just going to be. I'm sorry, not interesting for the strategy, quite repetitive for the strategy. Because I reckon you're going to have either 8 the same strategy and one guy like I reckon Tipsy Bob going to go for like 3 inters and 4 wets on lap 3. But we're going to see. I reckon you never know with Tipsy Bob. He's one of a kind.
Yeah, so there you go. Thor, sorry to cut you off there. Thor, he said he didn't join. It wasn't Eversnax that joined 3 weeks late. That was actually Leslie. Because Eversnax won the first race. It was because Eversnax had 2 weeks off with his toe. He had a toe surgery, so he missed 2 weeks. That's what happened in that one. Current to Thor. Yeah, because I remember Eversnax has always been here. Anyway, mate, you get the honours of calling the race start. With our 9 gladiators this evening.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess 5 lights and no, okay. And away we go. And I've got a terrible camera angle. Thank you, Gabe. It looks like Eversnax got a decent start. He's still ahead, and the camera angle's terrible. There we go. Finally adjusted for me. All right. So it looks like Ocean Chief's going to try and go down the inside of Eversnax into turn 1. He's going to try and push the McLaren wide. He actually gets pushed by himself as the Alfa Romeo and the McLaren. They battle, and he actually gets ahead, and that allows his teammate. Snell and Hankey to get ahead as well. So terrible start. The Alpine trying to come at the McLaren as well. Of Tipsy Bob, who's made up 3 positions at the start. So Eversnax is behind both Alfa Romeos. He is going to be very annoyed now because he's going to have to overtake those 2 people and his championship rival to get the lead again. He's obviously going to have a go at it, but still quite a uniform start in the mid and back. But definitely at the front, that's going to be a huge advantage for Ocean Chief and Hankey. Those 2 Alphas.
Yeah, now they get to control and dominate the race. But it looks like Eversnax is starting to come back there slowly. No DRS is enabled just yet. This looks like best boosted in. Is that boosted Tipsy Bob in the background making an overtake? Not quite sure. Tipsy Bob up 2 places, so Tipsy Bob's doing a good job. And yeah, Eversnax has a bit of work to do, mate. You said he was going to run away with his one up the road, but unfortunately dropping 2 places from pole down to 3rd. And now putting a bit of pressure on the back of Snelly Hankey. With that no DRS, but the mighty toe down this main straight. Snelly's going to try to go defense. Now, Ocean Chief and Snelly do work together, but unfortunately, they're too far back there to try the blocking maneuver. And that means Eversnax will get that P2 now.
Yeah, a bit of a bad exit from Ocean Chief as well. Just that means Eversnax lost no time in that overtake, and all of a sudden, the pressure. Oh, look at that. He's so much more confident in those corners and go on board with him through that first chicane. I think Ocean Chief's going to be definitely worried for having to defend this for the next 30 laps. Obviously, we just started, but he's not over. Eversnax will be pushing the whole time. And I think Eversnax knows he's got the pace around here. He's been on pole by 8 tenths, and he dispatched the Snell Hankey so.
Oh, I lost you there for a second, my friend.
Yeah, no,
British internet.
Hankey's going to try right behind. He's going to try and go to inside of the McLaren into the chicane. He doesn't pull it off. He actually gets pushed out wide by the McLaren. So it's a failed move from Snell Hankey, but that's allowed his teammate to get out of the DRS. So maybe a team game there for a bit of a suicide move from Snell Hankey, but he's doing it for the constructors and for the person who he knows can challenge Eversnax for the title, or indeed is ahead of Eversnax for the title. So yeah, good moves there by the Alphas, and now Eversnax is going to be under pressure for the rest of the race by not being in the DRS of Ocean Chief. I think Bomb on there move on Tipsy Bob down the straight, so that's comfortably passed as he goes through into the first chicane. Tipsy Bob was up to 4th, so in 7th, up to 4th, and now back down to 7th. So a bit of a roller, a bit of a yo-yo kind of effect there, but he's kind of, I think he's settled down now into P7, so that's going to be quite comfortable for him.
All the drivers are on softs because that's what they all started on. Shakalaka's had a pit stop early. He's gone on to the mediums. I think he might have got some damage. It was 35-second pit stop. It is 30 seconds around here for regular pit stop, so that was an extra 5 and change because of the front wing. Boosted, putting some pressure on the back of Snelly Hankey, who's just a little bit, a bit rough. Rados, of course, gained 4 positions, you can see on the screen, so he's looking quite good. He did that switcheroo that you mentioned with Tipsy Bob. He gained the places and now has dropped back. What can Boosted do? And Snelly, they're within that DRS train now. Back on the Eversnacks, who's just dropped. And Ocean Chief has gone up the road, mate. He's used to deploy the energy where he needed to. He's cleared that DRS. And now he needs his teammate, Snelly, to help him out here and get an overtake done. And they are working together. We've spoken to Snelly before in the interview. Snelly said, look, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that the Chief gets that #1 in the championship. So, it's good to know. Eversnacks, unfortunately, has Eden here today at least to try to help his chances out. The championship, but Ed's all the way down to P8. You need this team. This teamwork has what's been making the Alfa Romeos clinch that Constructors' Championship and helping Ocean Chief almost clinch that Drivers' Championship. So, teamwork, boys and girls out there, teamwork pays.
Yeah, but I think the only effective teammates at the moment are the Alfa Romeos, I'd say. Obviously, there's only one other pairing, which is the Boosted Mess and Shakalaka. Obviously, you have the McLarens, but like you said, Ed and Eversnacks are different leagues.
Oh, contact! Bowman on the back there of Tipsy Bob, I think. A little slight tap. I've seen this before in the 2S yesterday. Snelly Hankey got a little tap like that on that corner. It's going to go side by side through this kink there. That's where you're going to have some overtaking maneuvers, but at the moment, you can see there. I'm going to go on board with Ed and watch this action up ahead from his point of view. As you can see, Bowman and Tipsy Bob. There it is. Oh, he's had the whole... Ed has had to go evasive. Great reactions. Completely.
We have a move for the leads by Eversnacks. He's now overtaken Ocean Chief for the lead. So Ocean Chief had a bad exit off that corner, and the McLaren has regained his position and now will be trying to get that position back. But it looks like Eversnacks, with his superior pace, is back ahead, back in P1.
Tipsy Bob is boxing. Sorry, I missed that overtake. Well, no, it's changed. Eversnacks has gone into the sand. Every time I've gone away from Eversnacks today, something has happened.
Catastrophe for the McLaren. What have you done there, mate? I literally said, you'll be first as long as you don't make mistakes. And he's like, oh, okay, and straight into the sand. Straight. Like, he forgot to turn his wheel. Bro, I'm commentator's cursed like 100 today. It's crazy. Yeah. All right, listen, you know what we said about Eversnacks and Edouard being leagues of pace? No. Oh, you go down the inside of Bowman, who's gone wide there. That was quite a good move.
I think Bowman just let him pass. Is like, mate.
Yeah, I think so.
He's like, all I need you to do is lead the race and then go onto the gravel trap.
I know you're annoyed. I don't think I want to be the one you hit, so I'm going to just scoot off to the left and you can, there you go. And then he just lets him through. But Ocean Chief is like, oh, well, now it's just a free run. I've got my teammate behind me and my championship rival is over 8 seconds away from the lead.
Yeah, let's have a look at the replay of that one, guys, because I think I've got just the end of it. As it looks like Boosted's getting past Snelly Hankey, so I'll show that replay in a second. Yes, he has. So Boosted's now split the Alfa Romeos. Is that going to allow the Chief to lure him in, Snelly, so that Snelly can get at P2 back there from, as we're seeing Ed boxing, getting rid of those tyres. I'm starting to see when that might be a little bit early in the pit stops, because if we look at the tyres current at the moment from Boosted, and they're about 32%, so they're not bad at all. And Boosted's fastest first sector too, so he's loving these tyres currently at the moment, and he's boosting everything he possibly can to try to get past that race leader, or at least keep with him DRS. And the replay, real quick. Oh, a second. You'll only see the end, I think, of Eversnacks' spin. There it is. So I didn't see the start of it, but that's just him out there playing sandcastles this evening.
Yeah, it was not your fault, Eversnacks. I told you not to mess it up, so commentator's curse is completely my bad. But still, mate, what? Like, bruh. He got into the lead. It's like, yeah, job's done, guys. Yeet, straight into the sand trap. He was like, I wanted to be P1. That's all he wanted. He wanted to see his name next to the P1. And as soon as he saw that, he said, nah, we're done. Mission accomplished. Off we go into Narnia. sending it into the shadow realm. But it looks like Stella Henke's going to try and fight back on Boosted. He's going to try and block. Is Boosted going to try and block him down? He's contacted the Alfa Romeo has been spun out. We had 2 spins. Eversnax is going to sail past and be like, ha, I did the same thing. I did the same. Oh, he's actually not. Eversnax is going to still be behind him, but he's going to be like, where the hell is this Alfa Romeo coming from? It's crazy. Boosted, mate, you might maybe FIA. I don't know. It wasn't a fair bit of contact. It definitely wasn't, but it also was a bit of a dive bomb from the good old Henke over there. But I don't know. Maybe FIA. I didn't see the angle enough from correct angle to pin it on someone.
Boosted!
Oh my God, spin numero trois. I can't speak French. Trois. And Stella Henke and Eversnax. Yeah, sorry mate, we did that. You're a bit old now, a bit late to the party, so they're going to get straight back past. Stella Henke into the podium positions. Eversnax laughing his head off as he passes now. Another guy to mention, Rados,
yes, the P2.
Right, up to P2.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You know why? Because he hasn't spun, and neither is Ocean Chief. Yeah. That's why they're there, mate.
He hasn't spun, exactly. He has not binned it as of yet. I say that because he's going to bin it now. He's going to go play Sandcastles in about 5 minutes because I've said that now. But Boosted, mate, you're in a good position. You spun. Stella Henke, you're making a move. You spun. Eversnax, you were P1. You spun. So, Ocean Chief, I think, mate, the writing's on the wall for you right now, Ocean Chief. Honestly, it's not looking good for you, mate. If I were you, I would tiptoe around the rest of the lap and not lose 3.8 seconds to Rados because you just don't spin, mate. Clearly, this circuit is just going to either give you a penalty or just literally murder your hopes and dreams. There's no there's no middle ground here.
Yeah, and what? You're going to be murdered by Pineapple's commentating cast this evening, that's for sure. But Ocean Chief, mate, I would put the pit limiter on and just drive like that. Though it says Emilia is hard, it is. It is a very difficult track. Those chicanes, you fly the cars up in the air as well as obviously. I mean, this is too. People aren't even hitting the outside chicanes where they're spinning. They're just spinning it because the power down too much in the rear end. You think it's the tyres, but the tyres are actually quite good. As we can see, 42% for Ocean Chief. So he's got a few more laps in him. Soft to mediums would be, I'd say, a predictable pit stop strategy here. Chances of a safety car might be pretty slim with only 9, although it is possible. And with those spins that we see going around. But the lucky thing is, isn't it, when people are playing sandcastles, is that they've kept it out of the wall, they've kept it out of the fence. They'll live to see another day.
Yeah, I mean, that's clearly seems to be one of the strats, because Eversnax, I'm sure, was kicking himself, thinking, I'm out the race, I'm never going to make it back. And he's literally right behind the guy who's, which is still Henke, who spun, and right ahead of the other guy, Bruce, who spun. So he's just like, wait, did I start cold? Have I just started a thing here? Just spinning it in. Well, they're just copying him.
Yep, 38% front right there for Mr. Snelly. He's starting to reel in Rados because he's in the DRS zone. Rados is also the first one with a 3-second penalty next to his name, so it's Shaka. They have 3s. We'll keep an eye on that because penalties will come into play here. Some of the drivers are on 1 warning, some drivers are on 2 warnings. So the likes of Tipsy Bob and Ocean Chief are usually the drivers, and Boosted, I think. Usually the drivers don't pick up penalties very often, so keep an eye out for them later in the race. Here it is. DRS is open there for Snelly. 17 kilometre an hour extra speed down this main straight. You should get up to about 321. There it is. He reached it, and that's what you'll get with that 90 DRS tow. Top speed around here is the Alfa Romeo 329, which I don't know how he got that speed. Everybody else is a 319 or 318 with the DRS, but he got 329. He must be running some mega rear wing.
Probably the setup. No, probably not mega. Like,
I mean, minimum.
Skinny rear wing
skinny rear wing.
Skinny rear wing, I reckon, to get that 10, which isn't that clever of an idea because there aren't too many straights in this circuit. It's basically just the one, isn't it? I mean, yeah, okay, you have some short ones like between the hairpin and the beginning of sector 2. There's like a short run where you're flat out there.
There goes Snelly! Into the wall! The Snellstar! Did he live? He did live. He's got no front wing. There it is. So, that's another one. And another one. Bites the dust. No.
And there goes Ever Snacks. He sails back past as another one certainly does bite the dust or bite the sand. As I'm just going to make terrible puns, terrible jokes, because like genuinely, guys, they are just dropping like flies out here. Jesus.
You're dropping like a Bitcoin market right now, mate. That's for sure, yeah.
Hey, God, I'm definitely going to lose money on that one. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. All right, let's move on. What's the closest gap? Bomon is now 1/10 behind Selengi because Selengi's recovering. So Bomon's going to make it past now. And Selengi's just going to go fix and it's going to try and wipe away his tears with a fresh shed of medium tyres and see what he can do.
Well,
but,
all right, Snelly, I reckon go to the Inters. You saw how good they worked out for Tipsy Bob. Slap those Inters on. No, he's not. He's electing to go, obviously, to the medium tyres again. There's that front wing.
Penalty for Shakalaka.
I love Cody's attention to detail, too, on that one. Over about 3 or 4 seasons now, they haven't still yet to remove the front wing from the car. They just put one on top of the other one.
I've noticed that as well. It's just like they keep the model of the front wing on the car, and it's just literally pasting the animation over the. Bruh, guys, come on! It takes you 5 seconds to cut that out.
You know why they do that?
Takes you 5 seconds.
Do you know why they haven't bothered with it? Because this game is designed, remember, for single player. It's not designed for multiplayer. And if you do it in single player, you can't see the front wing anyway. So they were like, well, if you can't see it, there's no point in showing it. You can only see it in spectator mode. So that's the reason why they don't care. Because the game is designed for single player, not for multiplayer.
Yeah, but the problem is that everyone plays multiplayer. So Cody's, you've had a bit of a mistake there, a bit of a blunder, mate. So I think you should get it fixed.
Not really.
They're never going to do that.
You're wrong on that one, actually. I think statistically, I looked through the document or something like that they did present there for the shareholders and things. They did say only about 20%, less than 20% or something actually play multiplayer this game. Most people play a single player and then they move on because there's so many other games in the market, remember? You're just a serious F1 people will actually play it. As Bowman's in the box right now, long pit stop. There's a front wing change too for him. So everybody gets a free front wing today. You only get one. Break your second front wing, you might have to borrow your teammates. Well, Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel. So Tipsy Bob's on the back of Snelly now. Look at this. And in the background, you can see Bowman coming out of the pit lane. And is Tipsy Bob going to get past Nelly? Maybe. They've got Tipsy Bob's tyres a couple more laps older, but they're still plenty fresh. As you can see at the moment on the screen, 23%, they're okay. But Snelly's just come out of the box, so once you get those tyres up to temperature and not spin, you should be okay. Do I still have the pineapples here?
Yeah, the pineapples is still here.
Thought you were eating a pineapple. Did you leave? Where did you leave that banana peel, mate? I saw you eating a banana there before. You left it down there. I think turn 1. So was it turn 11 or 12 or something like that?
Wherever Boosted Mess spun. Yeah, okay. He's been Mario Karted. He's been blue shelled by my banana.
Pit lane battle. Okay. So in and out, Eversnacks and Rados. And so they're close. Is it Rados up there? Yes, it is. It's the Haas. And that's them coming out of the pits right now. So they've decided to put those boots on. Hard tyres for Eversnacks. Woo. Don't talk to Tipsy Bob about that. He's like, because you can't pay me. You couldn't pay me enough money to put hard tyres on. He hates them. What about you? Do you like the hard tyres or not? Are you hard or medium, man?
Medium for me. But Tipsy would pay you money to put the Inters on. He seems to love those.
That's true. So Eversnacks come out of Rados. So Rados essentially the man that's leading this race. Because he's made his pit stop. Ocean has to box. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, Ocean can come. Yeah.
I think Netsy's still ahead at the moment, but I think he's about to get undercut if he doesn't pit now. I think he should pit this lap and just cover off.
Bowman's retired in the pit lane.
He's dead. He's died, guys. He's just said, nah, I'm not doing it. We have 8 runners, so
Ocean's
you
in.
Can literally die and survive, and you get 4 points. So.
Yep. Front wing change as well too for the Shakalaka. No front wing change there for Ocean Chief. Should be in and out. Actually, it should be ahead. Both boosters also come in the background. So he's elected to do the same thing the Chief has. Oh, he's saving a 5 second. The team are going, come on! We're going to put the tyres on! And they have. Good work for the Aston Martin team. That was about a 2 point. What do you reckon, Ted, down there? Ted? Yeah, it was a 2.5. Thank you, Ted. 2.5 second pit stop. Overall, but a little bit longer because he had to serve that penalty. I don't know why he'd served that penalty for. Did you see anything?
No, I don't think. I think he just maybe got it from 5 seconds. You can probably get that from speeding into the pit lane, though.
Ah.
I reckon that's the only way you're going to get that. Oh, Ever Snacks, mate. Calm down, my guy. He was catching the rear end for days right there. He almost spun out again, but he luckily saved himself from building on the sandcastle. That's about a second, but that's fine as long as it's still on the track. Call me crazy, but I think Ever Snacks is probably going to come back here because he's somehow closing this gap consistently on older tyres. Or not older, sorry, harder compound tyres, and they're going to be just way better for the end of the race. And Rados gets another penalty that drops him net well behind Ever Snacks, so that's going to put him in still P3 because everyone else has died and spun and whatever else happened.
Yeah, well, he's got 6 seconds penalties now, mate, so that would definitely drop him behind Ever Snacks. But we're on board with Ever Snacks now, so there it is. Oh, almost loses it coming out of that corner.
Yeah,
so now, all right, it's your turn to shine, Ever
that.
Snacks. Give us a spin.
Yeah, I know. He always trying to catch the rear end out of every single corner he just goes into. He's like, and then just has to go like 180 degrees on the wheel trying to catch the rear end. It's like whatever setup he's running, it just needs some more rear end downforce. Maybe with the brake bias back, I don't know. But it's clearly not working for you because you're just losing time like that, and also hurting the tyres a lot when you start sliding around.
I got a quick question for you. Why is his gas tank yellow? What does that mean?
Because he's under-fueled the car, so that means in theory, if he kept on going, it means the amount of fuel you got in the car is fine, but it means that if you kept on going at this rate to the end of the race, you'd be out of fuel. You need to pick it up. So I reckon he's going to do some fuel savings somewhere. Like when you're in the DRS, usually you can come off the gas, or the throttle, sorry, I'm not American, throttle at the end of the straight about 50 meters before you brake, and then you'll save like more than enough fuel in these race conditions, so that's the way you should do that.
So we'll keep an eye on his pace at the moment. See, Rados' last lap was at 18.8. Ever Snacks' last lap was at 19.3. So he's struggling to catch up to him and get within that DRS range. And that's because of those hard tyres. He's starting to bring the gap down a little bit now that he's starting to get used to these tyres because, you know, coming out of the blanket hard tyres are just awful.
Yeah, I think a little bit is a bit of an understatement because he's closed it by about 8/10 from the beginning of this lap. Of course, he had that moment as well where he's trying to catch the rear end, but he's definitely faster than Rados on these hard tyres. So I think Ocean Chief's going to be sweating. He's going to be sweating in that car, in that Alfa Romeo. He's only got 3.8 seconds to Snella Henke. So Henke is going to be in the DRS of Rados anytime soon. And then it's going to be dominoes from there if Ocean Chief doesn't pick up the pace a bit. You know, maybe he's slitting his tyres, but sorry, I hate to break to you, mate, but you can have a lap fresh out of tyres. You can have 10 lap fresh tyres. But Ever Snacks has got the hards. He's just going to go forever on those. He can do a whole lot of Emilia after this race. Honestly, he doesn't care about tyre wear at all, and he shouldn't. So, yeah, I mean, purple sector there for Ocean Chief, purple sector 1.
Yeah,
so
hang on.
yeah.
It is actually Ocean Chief's picking the pace up. I just want to give it a comparison of what these tyres are because we're just on halfway point now of this race. And just to give you an indication of how these mediums are going to pan out, I'm on board Tipsy Bob right now. As there's a spin. What's up ahead there? There it is. And that's boosted, is it? Yes, it is, I think. Who's off the track? Oh, no, Shakalaka. There's Shaka. So, Shaka's had a moment. But I'll go back to Tipsy Bob for a second. We saw Tipsy Bob actually passing. But just I want to give you an indication of how the tyres are going to pan out because you think about it. Now, Tipsy Bob's 10 laps, and you can see roughly about 40% now tyre wear. So, can't make them go to the end. It'll give you an indication there of Ocean Chief, Rados, Ever Snacks, or whatever who just put those boots on. Can they make them go 20 laps? Oh, that's a tall stretch, isn't it, mate?
What, the Ever Snacks with the hards on 20 laps? That is not a tool of time.
No, not the hards, the mediums. Can the mediums go to the end?
I reckon they can. Seeing that the Sauce went 12 laps, and the rule of thumb, I know it's different for each track, but the rule of thumb is if you want to times it maybe by 1.8 to 2 to get your the amount of laps the mediums can go. So I reckon they can. They're definitely going to be hurting by the end, that's for sure. You might be pushing 65% or something, but I don't think they'll be pushing puncture territory, which is what we've got to worry about.
All right, Pineapple, let me go grab a drink real quick. We'll go on board with Ever Snacks, and you see Ever Snack crawling in Rados.
Alright, so Biggles has left to go get a drink, and just as the action starts, typical Biggles. So Eversnack's going to make a move around the outside of Rados. He's going to go into P2, and all of a sudden, Ocean Chief is going to be sweating even more, and he's going to try and get the cutback. Is the Haas? Oh my god, that was actually a sick move by Rados. He's cut back and switched back beautifully. I didn't even think that was a possibility. That was lovely by the Haas driving there. I was like, oh, move over, and then all of a sudden this Haas just comes around like and destroy him as Biggles opens a can of something in the background. I don't know what that was. My guess is Diet Coke. He seems like a Diet Coke kind of person.
Hey, what's
I'll
what?
check with him when he gets. Are you a Diet Coke? Was that Diet Coke you just opened?
No, that's a nice cold beer, my friend.
Oh, okay.
It's beer o'clock for the Biggles. Hey, he hasn't done it yet. I thought just as I left him, he looks like he got the overtake. No?
Yeah, it was a beautiful switchback by the Haas, and just got like completely pulled his pants down. Really, just completely done it there. Did good old Rados and Eversnack. So you missed the good bit. Typical Biggles. He missed the good bits.
Yeah, that's right. On the stream, but at least.
Yeah, no, it's on the stream. As Eversnack almost loses the rear again. Attempt jerk from the McLaren driver. He's going to have a huge overspeed with the DRS, but he's actually not closing too quickly. No, he's not. I think the Haas is going to spend all of his energy and keep the McLaren behind him straight. Yeah, the Haas red light is blinking.
Yeah, he's under 6%.
Epilepsy. So yeah, he's definitely not going to be very happy.
He's also burning fuel too, mate, as well. He's got the fuel indicator coming up, so he's in that same situation. But look at that, he's burning just to keep Evsnax behind him.
Yeah. Also, seems like he's got medium traction control on, so those exits at the corners are not going to favour him over Eversnack. So I think that's why he's probably losing some time, because he seems to get on the throttle really, really fast. I don't think that's possible on the normal traction control. Or maybe he's just insanely good. I can't tell. But maybe the lines he takes are just incredible, because he kind of modulates. It's really weird. He kind of he modulates it there. And then in other corners, he'd just like stamp his foot down on the pedal and just get a great exit. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just blind. Please tell me if you can tell if he's using that. I know he's using a brake assist, but that doesn't matter because the brake assist doesn't help you too much. I mean, it does if you know. I mean, that's a lie. It does if you start braking like 3/10 later into the corner because you know you're never going to lock up your own tyres. And here comes there. McLaren, never mind talking to me about brake bias and whatever. The McLaren is comfortably ahead. Is the Haas going to do a lovely switchback again? We will have a see. I don't think he is. No, he's just going to sit behind. And now Ocean Chief will start to sweat. Ocean Chief will be sitting there thinking, that second place person has changed, and it's changed to the person I don't want to see in second place, which is good old Mr. Eversnaxolotl. He's got 12 laps. He's got harder tyres, compound tyres. He's got 2.5 seconds. I think he's going to get it because his pace has been insane. He's come back from the spin. But whenever I say that, he's going to go and die now in the next two seconds. So,
who? Ocean?
Yeah, don't trust my word for it. No, Eversnax.
Yeah.
Gonna just bottle it probably. As soon as I said it, as soon as I put my channel points on there, Eversnax will just go off and build sandcastles and give me the old, screw you. Throw a tree. You can pay up those channel points to Biggles right now.
Well, as well too, Tipsy Bob's further down, so he's not be able to play too much into this, because last week Tipsy Bob did help out Ocean Chief, obviously both of them being Northern Irishmen and living within a stone's throw from each other. Good mates in real life, so of course Tipsy Bob was going to help out Ocean Chief in the championship, which he did. He's too far back on this one. Snelly, I think Ocean Chief is probably going, Snell, are you there, mate? You're supposed to be in P2 covering off Eversnax. I'm sure Snell is.
That didn't go to plan. That did not go to plan. That is long gone. His old Eversnax. He has spun so many times. I lost count. Hey, I'm joking. It was only twice.
Tipsy Bob's boxing, mate. Now I want to keep an eye on those tyres. 49% for the Tipsy. So 50%, let's say. So that's it. You got 50% out of 15 laps. So yeah, these guys on the mediums can take them to the end now, I'd say. No problems. Tipsy Bob's going to be boss butt, mate. With those fresh, soft tyres, however, he's going to be all lonely out on track. I expect him to put a... Rados is still keeping, I was about to say, keeping with that DRS Eversnax, just getting that nice tow along. looking good for that P3 position. He's got those 6 seconds penalties, so as long as he can keep 6 seconds up the road there from boosted, he is still looking for a podium. This guy's a little bit better behaved when it comes to these penalties than what the 2S guys were yesterday. By now, yesterday, pretty much everybody had 3 to 6 seconds this deep into the race. Apart from one driver, of course, who won the race. So, I'm on board with Tipsy Bob. Let's see what sort of flying lap Tipsy will do. Maybe, yeah, because I'm not quite sure if Rados is going to be able to do anything about Eversnacks at this point. He's just keeping within there. But I might go back to... they're just line astern. Oh, just running. Yeah, we're right on board with the Tipsy Bob for a little bit. Because you know he's going to put in a banker lap. He's got the fresh boots on. They've got that, you know, that nice new rubber smell. You know the new car smell that you get when you're in a new car? It's like that. Those boots come out of the blankets. They had that new tyre smell.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You've never been in a new car before? That smell?
I mean, I have. But
Okay.
there's no new car smell for me. I'm just maybe I'm the only one, but I've never heard of a new car smell.
Do you heat up your tea in the oven?
Do I what?
Do you heat your tea up in the oven? Boil your tea in the oven or something?
You're basically talking to a British guy. That is treason. What you're saying.
That's Ocean Steve says it. Who's the driver out there that does that, guys? There's one driver out there that does it.
No, you don't do that.
In SLR there is a driver.
In the oven.
Yes,
oven.
in the oven. It's one of the Norwegians, mate. Sorry, it's one of the Scandinavians.
Why in the oven? I mean, I'm not surprised. It's the Scandinavians. They boil their water with a fucking volcano. Sorry.
With a...
They boil them.
Yeah.
They boil
with a volcano. That's Iceland, mate.
It's Iceland. Oh, never mind. I mean, they're quite similar. They're both up somewhere up north. I can't tell, man.
Tipsy Bob, mate. Fastest middle sector. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's not surprising on this fresh sauce, but I think no fuel fresh sauce. They 34 seconds from P5, so I think as long as Hanky doesn't bottle it, which I'm sorry. Oh wait, what? Oh no, sorry, it's a ghosted McLaren. Oh my god, that confused me so much. I thought that was Eversnacks just ghosting and losing a position they never had to achieve, but no, that's Edward a lap behind, ghosting behind the two. Although he might actually give Eversnacks DRS.
That's true. That's true. He can.
He might actually be a teammate after all. Let's go on board with Eversnacks, see if he's gaining.
Did he get the DRS activation? I don't think so, but he's gonna. Yeah, his team. This is great. Eddie can do something here. This is what Eversnacks has needed all season long. He's needed a teammate to really step up and help him out when he can, and this could be the situation here, so he can get within that DRS. He's pulled out of the way.
Oh, never mind. He has just gone straight. No, I don't think he went. I think he actually made a mistake. I think. Oh dear. So as soon as you're talking about great teammates, he just popped straight over the runoff. Not the runoff, the heavy curb on in turn 1. So I don't think it's going to do that too well.
Hey, Makender, Thor out there, Meepo. Who's the driver that boils his tea in the oven? Please, you guys must know. I know Tipsy Bob knows, but he's driving. As Tipsy Bob told me. Eversnacks now pulling in the chief. The boss man. Be careful, boss man. You don't mess with the Northern Irish, mate. He'll put your car into the fence. Let's have a look at the weather.
The Northern Irish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true actually. You don't mess with those. Last time I checked, they had quite a few organisations, if you get what I mean to that right now. They're definitely not the safest people to be.
We're not going there.
Threatening.
That was the past.
Yeah.
Just like you British used to come to Australia and try to conquer all the Aboriginals. You're no different.
There was no one in Australia when we conquered it.
The Aboriginals! They've been there for hundreds of thousands of years.
Oh,
you did the same thing you did as the Spanish did. Come in and conquer all the natives.
Yeah.
And you did it in the States too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to blame my great grandfather for that one, because I had nothing to do that, guys. I promise. I'm clean. We have no colonies now, right? We only have a hugely disrupted global trade system. That's it. That's what we did.
Yeah, well, you do. You still have Australia, mate. Yeah, you have us as a colony. You know, we all live in a convict colony. Yeah, we haven't become a republic yet. I don't know why. We voted for it years ago, and then they said, "Nah, we like the Queen." I'm like, all right.
Aren't you still a Commonwealth or something?
Yeah, we're
Like,
still
what?
Commonwealth. Like New Zealand and Canada is still in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, Canada is. South Africa is as well.
Yeah.
I think.
You still got some bits and pieces of your
I know.
empire
they
left.
Said, like, I know. They were like, there's this like really old woman who's like ruling this faraway island. Let's make her the head of state. And I'm like sitting there like, okay. Oh, look at that. Emma Snacks is winning DRS while we're talking about the Queen. Yeah, God save the Queen. Oh, hey, Emma Snacks, you're about to win.
He got a penalty up, mate.
Kidding.
He got a penalty.
Oh, he did. Oh, I
Yep.
missed that. He was too busy talking about the Queen.
Larson
And,
noticed it out there, mate. Larson's on top of this. He's keeping an eye on the race for us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers, Larson. We'll just keep talking about the Queen. You can commentate on the
My
chat.
dear Larson, of the citizens of the Empire of the Commonwealth, my gratitude. I'm trying to really bad Queen, eh? I don't do that very often. Don't make me do it again.
It's not even half bad. Not even half bad. I mean, you're pretty better than me, and I'm British, so you know.
Really? I never guessed.
Yeah, I've never done the Queen accent, you know.
All right,
Yeah,
so...
you wouldn't guess by my hugely thick and posh accent. Like, I don't know. Every time I go to Europe, they're like, "Oh, say something." I'm like, "Hello." And they're like, "Oh, it's amazing." And I'm like, "This is how I talk."
Can you do like it's like Birmingham or like Leeds? Hello, I'm from Leeds, or any of those sort of northernly accents.
Do I sound like I could do a Leeds or Birmingham accent?
I don't know, mate.
You guys can do it better than me. All right. They're a different country as far as I'm concerned. Look at Emma Stack. He's just literally pushing this Alfa Romeo around the last 2 quarters. If he doesn't get past, I literally, move packing up, move to Australia, confident time. Let's go. Here we go. He's about to overtake the Alfa Romeo with DRS. He's not even telling him to overtake. He's that confident. He knows he's got it in the bag. And now he's got to pull out 3 seconds, which is not an easy task. In fact, it's a very difficult task. Especially considering that if Ocean Chief can stay within this DRS, he's just going to be golden, comfortable for this win. But Aerosnax has got past. It's a great recovery drive from the McLaren driver. He's spun, lap 9, 8, something like that, and now he's recovered all the way to P1 again. Well, net P2 because he's got penalties, but hey, you never know.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure, because he started on pole. And then he dropped those 2 places to both of the Alfa Romeos and had to crawl his way back up. Then had a moment with the sand. Then had to crawl his way back up again. Now he's in the lead of the race, but he's got that 3-second penalty. He could, if anybody can pull a miracle off and get 3 seconds, he can. Ocean Chief is trying to hang in here. Ocean Chief's on 1 warning, as well as Snelly Hankey. So both of the Alfa Romeos will look a good way out without any penalties currently at the moment. And of course, only 1 warning, so they've got a couple up their sleeve. Another one up the sleeve. Tyres about 42% for the Chief, so they're okay to go to the end. We know they can go to the 50, so it'll probably be about 50 by the time.
That's important. You got DRS for this lap, so he's going to gain 4 tenths on maybe 5 tenths, almost 6 tenths. Oh my! So he's almost closed up that entire gap down the straight with that DRS. That's hugely important for Ocean Chief to keep in within that 3 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's the closest battle because they've all spread out because, once again, they've all been going around today. Turning those cars into expensive lawnmowers or expensive fold-out beach chairs. So
yeah, I don't think it'd be relaxing in the car and it's, probably 190 miles per hour to the sand trap. I don't think it'd be like a beach chair. I think it'd more be like a explosive landmine. But anyway, you whatever you want, whatever analogy makes you sleep at night. So,
well, I mean, what did you say? Landmine?
Yeah, it's like those World War I landmines. That reminds me more of that. Like,
okay,
you're not going to be chill as you're going 190 into the sand trap.
So you're saying I should be thinking about that to help me sleep at night rather than cruising in a beach chair Formula 1 car.
It's not a coincidence that the British guy comes up with a World War I reference, alright? It's not a thing. Alright? You said troops are fighting that war, I swear. Maybe it was World War II, I can't tell. No, it was definitely World War II.
Oh, now they're landmines, for years, even before that. Wouldn't be surprised if Snelly Hankey stopped on track to give Chief a backmarker DRS. Good call. Don't give him any ideas. They're already brilliant strategists as they are. But Ocean's gone wide.
He's gone off, and that's going to cost him 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's 3 seconds. And now it's game on. You can't be making a mistake like that in this level.
No, that's really going to hurt him. Hold on. All right, well, back to talk about World War II then. I have a query for Australia.
Yes.
Have you ever lost a war?
No, we haven't.
I don't think you have.
No.
I don't think you've ever lost a war.
Oh, yeah, you could say that because we were in Afghanistan.
Ah, yeah, good
But
point.
that wasn't that. Well, yeah, that was a war, so we lost that one. Everybody lost Afghanistan, of course.
Well, except, like, you know, anyway, we won't go there, you know.
No, we've been in almost every war. As like you got. We've been in, I think, more recently than you guys have because you guys didn't want to be in one, I think, and then we did because of the Americans.
Didn't you guys have a war against emus and you lost it?
Yeah, we did actually. The emus won. Don't mess with the outback animals, mate. They'll annihilate you.
Man. Was it a tank for an emu when the emu actually won?
It's years ago, mate, when there's like, you know, just pioneers and the outback and stuff like that, of course. Ed's in the pits.
That is class. I thought it was a myth. I didn't know it was actually true.
No, there's a certain level of truth to it, of course. Might be exact. Not like just big lineup emus, like, you know, William Wallace versus the emus kind of thing. No big, showdown like that.
It's so funny, though. We've done some stupid stuff as well.
Yeah, Snacks' tyres should be better by now. Good call out there. We should actually go back to the race because now Ocean's on 50, front right, give or take.
Yeah, and he's also out of the gap, which is going to make Stavahanki Eversnack, sorry, wrong person. He's going to make Eversnack very, very happy because he's out of the gap. It's only by a 10, so he's definitely not safe in the gap, but he's out of it nonetheless.
So all right, now it's the time. Where's Nelly Hankey? That's a good idea. I think it is time to call for your number 2 man, your wingman, to slow down and give Ocean Chief a tow. Or is it too late?
No, I think it's too late because then by the time he's on lap 32, he has to slow down now, like right now, to get him in time. But otherwise, the Ocean Chief's going to lap him, go on the last lap, and you won't get another opportunity after that.
Yeah, it's true. And
so,
it's on the border there. Look at that,
yeah.
3.1. Yeah, no, it's too late now because Snell's got nothing to lose. They've already won the championship for the constructors. So unless Snell's trying to secure, but it's too late, isn't it? So see if Ocean Chief can do it. He's 3.3 here. What do you think, guys, out there? Do you think Ocean can do this with his tyres falling off the cliff? Or do you think Eversnacks has got it? Now, I'll show you those penalties, of course. They're 3s. And Ocean Chief only has 1 warning, so he can corner cut. He's allowed to corner cut once if he wants to.
Ooh, that is actually a good point. I don't know if he's close enough to actually make it work, but I know for a fact that if you do just like aggressively corner cut the less fast left-right chicane and take loads of apex speed, you can gain a good 3 tenths. Obviously, you get a warning.
It's boosted off just there.
He's gone again. He's dead. He's died again. Okay. Well, we're going to enter the final lap now, and Ocean Chief looks like he's almost 7 tenths behind. Yeah, 8 tenths now. I don't think he's going to make it. So our glorious showdown has been denied, but it looks like Eversnack is going to make it quite comfortably in the end because he's almost 9 tenths clear. I shouldn't say anything because if you bottle it now, I'm just going to, honestly, it'd be so funny. But
I think the Chief just got I think he just got a tow too from the Alpine that he just passed.
I don't think he's close enough.
Tipsy Bob. Tipsy Bob's going to try to do anything to throw it out for this one to help Ocean Chief. Tipsy Bob's going to try to come back, ghost through, unlap himself through Eversnacks and throw him off. You know how difficult it is when you have a car ghosted inside of you, right? It's a pain.
Right, he's actually doing it. He's going to try.
He's going to try, of course. He's going to try everything he can to help Ocean Chief, no doubt. They're best buddies.
Oh my god, no way.
But no, he's actually gone up the road there, so I thought he might actually lift off a little bit. He's going to do the right thing.
If he's really going to be annoying, he'll break now mid-corner and throw off Eversnacks. And look, he's gaining his Ocean Chief. It's 3.2 now. So Tipsy may have done him a huge favour there, and Eversnacks goes wide, so he's really, really struggling. I can't believe I'm watching here.
Yes.
Oh my god, he's actually in it. I can't believe I'm watching.
It's 3 seconds.
So
look at that.
It's going to be so close as they come round into the final 2 corners. Is Eversnack's going to get his full 3 seconds? He's going to deploy all the battery. He's going to grow it to a 10. It's going to grow it to another 10.
It's 3.1.
It's Ocean Chief. Anything left to deploy? Do it. No. 2 tenths. Oh man.
Eversnacks holds off the unstoppable force, meets the unstoppable, unmovable object, and Eversnacks wins the Italian Grand Prix.
You did not pull off that unstoppable force of movable object thing at all.
I did somewhere along the line, I don't know. It didn't work properly, but Chief will get that P2 after that really good run. And now, multiple things could have come. I really do think that was a great idea, who said that out there from Thor, to probably, Snelly Hankey probably should have slowed down and then allowed Ocean Chief that boost there to try to keep within that DRS. Because look how close it came out towards the end. And that's even with Tipsy Bob there playing with his food. We'll finish in P6, Ed P7, Shaka Laka Laka, well, finish in P8, and then Bowman, the only retirement early. But that was good. We had 9 drivers, and we had 99% of them finish. 90%. Give or take, but Eversnacks has won it. Gonna be happy with that drive. He needs race wins, but remember, consistently try in the championship. Problem is, the Chief finished P2, and he's got 18 points to him. Pineapple's gone quiet again. He's gulping down his pineapple pizza.
Pineapple's still here. Pineapple is just easy food, so he will periodically.
You get the luxury of doing that. I got 8 hours to commentate. I don't even get 5 minutes to have a snacks. I need Eversnacks to snacks for me. There you go, mate. Congratulations, Eversnacks. You are the Italian Grand Prix winner in Imola. Check that champagne. It's all yours. So you like to read through those results first, that Pineapple. Did you get the food out of your mouth?
As soon as they come up, we'll. What
are you running on a NASA 1960 NASA computer?
They're up now. They're up. All right. So Eversnacks, Ocean Chief, Boosted Mess, Hanky, Renos, Tipsy, Edward, Shakalaka, and Beaumont. The fastest lap went to Tipsy. Of course, he counts because you can't be out of the top 10 in this race. Even Beaumont got 2 points for DNFing. So. Does he actually get points for DNFing? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Driver of the day went to Rados. He started in P9.
9.
Yeah.
I think my driver of the day is probably going to be Eversnacks. I think he's done well.
Oh yeah, for hours. I'll say driver of the day for the game. Yeah. Eversnacks is definitely driver of the day because of that charge back, and never gives up, and that's the crucial thing I think from good drivers. It was the same thing too in the 2S yesterday. After the driver who won had that just missed the pit lane, everybody else behind got the chance to go on the pit lane, and it dropped him back to P7. He was apparently in the interview later, he was swearing and cursing to his teammate and stuff. But then his teammate said, "Don't worry about it, mate. You can come back," and he did. So I kept him cool. We're going to get some interviews in a second. So don't go anywhere. Let's have a quick break. Excellent. We're going to go live the interviews and welcome back after a crazy race. Our driver of the day pick, Mr. Eversnacks. Well done. You won the race. How was that for you? Bit of a crazy thing? Playing sandcastles again?
Sorry guys, I'm going to be coughing a lot. I've literally got a bronchitis.
Ooh.
I don't even know why I'm driving. I just felt like, okay, I got to do something fun now. I'm going to go crazy. Yeah, crazy race. Super close at the end there. I was not expecting that. Spinning on the throttle right after I took the lead. That was awful. I put the car in exactly the position I needed, and then I just spun by myself. That was bad. But yeah, I'm really proud of that qualifying lap, of course. Imola is a really nice track. I love the track. Crystal, Fede, if you're listening, I love this track. I'm sorry.
Excellent. But yeah, you crawled your way back there. 13 laps. Good. And obviously, it seemed like it was a really good decision to do the 19 laps on those hards, or some of the drivers won't touch them. How did you find that at the start? You were a bit tricky, right? The rear end was slipping out on you on those hard tires when you first put them on.
Yeah, exactly. I've tried it before. I think the medium stage just don't last long enough, in my opinion. They go really bad after, like, I don't know, 50%, I think. But the hard stages last, and they really come back to you. You have to do those first few laps when they're cold. You're gonna almost spin. As you said, you saw me almost spinning a few times there, getting that wheel spin. But yeah, once you get the heat in the tires, they're amazing. You can just drive fast laps. In the practice session we did, I was doing fastest laps of the race on really old hards. I think last lap I took the fastest lap in that practice race, so I knew that the hards were going to be good. I think the soft hard is a better strategy today, and I think Chief was struggling with his tires at the end.
Yeah, he was. I just a quick question as well too. Did Tipsy Bob come into play there when he started ghosting through you at the end? I thought Tipsy Bob was trying to basically help out.
No. I was worried that he was going to slow down and give Chief the DRS. I full-heartedly expected Schnellenke to do that, to just go to the back of the grid and just to give Chief that DRS on the last lap. He would have had me. But
yeah, we were talking about that,
but he didn't ghosting through me.
Yeah, he would talk. Well, he didn't talk about it, but Snelly didn't do that. Yeah, that actually was mentioned in the chat, which might have helped because Schnellenke said he was going to do everything to make sure that the Chief is going to be winning the championship. But the Chief came second anyway. We're going to speak to him in a second. We're going to let you go, mate, because I know you got and definitely get well soon, please.
Yeah, I'll try.
It's a good job
to have at least one race till the end of the season where I'm just fully healthy.
Yeah, that's what I hope so. So I think maybe next week you could be back, or perhaps even for the last round, be 100%, and get close to picking up that trophy. You're doing all you can do right now. Win races. That's it. It's up to whether or not Chief DNFs or something like that, as to whether or not he's going to be letting that slip through his fingers. Anyway, congratulations, Eversnax, another race win on the belt. Good job.
Thank you, guys.
All right, I was going to say Eversnax. We just had Eversnax. Pineapple, who do you drag in next? The Chief? Let's drag the Chief in.
Yep.
Let's try boosting it. Let's drag them all in, and we'll just talk to one after the other so they can all listen. I'll have to keep the interviews brief. You have one job. You can do that, mate. Come on, Pineapple. Grab him by the neck. Scruff and pull him in here. There we go. We're pulling everybody in. Sorry. Ocean Chief, mate. Well, you did. How was that? How was that race?
Did you get the sickness too? Yeah.
No. I just got the coughs. That's right. No,
yeah, that was a stressful race. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know what to think about it. Man. I just feel like this is my best chance at a title, and I just feel like I'm just gonna lose out because Eversnax is like tier 2 level at the minute with his pace, and these tracks I don't feel confident, so I'm not feeling good right now. Is basically the answer.
Eversnax is actually nursing bronchitis, mate. So he had a handicap today. And still came back and won the race.
Yeah, but that's the point. Like people are, I was sick. Yeah, but he's going to be healthy at the next race, so that means he's going to be even more dominant. And Jetta's a line track, so is Portimao. And I've done some practicing on Portimao, and I guarantee you I will not do well there. It's such a bad track for me. So.
But you only need, mate, to keep doing what you're doing. Finish second in the championship, and it'll be yours because Eversnax, because only what he can do is win. But if you're consistently on podiums, then once again you'll be thinking about the championship. I was wondering today too. The next question, quickly, was there anything that going through your mind? We were talking in the chat that of having Snelly slow down to give you that DRS towards the end there, and maybe help you, perhaps even beat Eversnax.
Oh, Snell? Was it not Bob? I don't know if Snell
Bobsy was ahead towards the end there, but I mean, I thought a couple laps earlier they were saying Schnellenke could have slowed down, and let you catch him and then give you a tow.
I didn't see Snell the whole race. Like, I mean, it was pretty much in my rear view mirrors, and then I think he had an issue or two. Because I could have done with him today because he really could have held off. Like, if he had held off Eversnax for a few laps, I think I could have bagged this one. But it just has. I think there's like in past races that happens as well. I'll be like, oh, I've got a guy behind me. He's a buffer, and then all of a sudden he's just like gone. He spins out. I'm like, no.
Yeah, everybody had a bit of a spin moment today, mate. It seemed, didn't it, Pineapples? Like it seemed that we were just really just throwing the commentating curses out left, right, and center.
Yeah, I think I did 4 separate occasions. I was like, this is fine, and he just bottles it like literally 2 seconds later. So I'm just like, I should just really just stop talking.
No, keep talking. Just make sure you focus it all on Eversnax, because that's like I was saying to the guys there in the VC. That's basically my only chance of winning this title is like if Eversnax messes it up. Like that's it. Like that's how I see it. So it's a bit stressful, you know. But I think I did okay today. I mean,
You
I had
did.
I had a few moments, but
Well, two things, mate. You didn't get any penalties. That's a crucial thing, because in the 2S race yesterday, everybody got a penalty except the person that won the race. And on top of it, second thing I was going to say now to slip my mind, yeah, I think you're the only driver today that didn't spin.
yeah,
I thought everybody else had a spin.
Probably one of them. Yeah, I saw you went wide into the sand trap, and then you were probably safe to Eversnax, and then you went wide, and then all of a sudden you weren't safe, and then I thought you would have been like stressing quite a bit, because you know I've been in a situation as well where you have to now start closing down, and they've got fresher tires, and you were just losing up all your battery, you know, and 210 was so close. So
yeah, it was
really
really close at the end there. It was like tantalizingly close. But yeah, I mean, this track, I just know how easy it is to spin. So that you always have that in the back of your head. And I think that kind of compromised my pace a bit. I kind of got into the groove a bit later, but I think it was too late by that point. But Eversnax, like he was on hard tires and he was doing like 17s. I was like, I have no answer to that. So I did the best I could do today, I think, and I'll do the same for that P2 in the subsequent races in the hope something happens. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a weird one as well because there's like only 9 drivers. And I think like as league admin, if I wasn't leading the championship right now, I'd probably be advocating to end the season early. But it would be a bad look if I'm like, yeah, I'm leading the championship and we're going to end this season now. So
No, you got to see it through, mate, because the new track's coming up. Very exciting, of course. We don't know how they're going to pan out, just like this one. So I want to see how that, obviously people have committed all season long. Of course, the stewarding team and everybody, SLR, graphics and stuff like that. So yeah, you want to see it through. So I hope the drivers get a chance to come back. Yeah,
we'll keep some. We'll light a candle and we'll keep some hope here. You know, hopefully Snell will be there next couple of races to help me out again because I sorely missed him today.
Oh, Leslie too, mate. Leslie.
Yeah,
the man's been winning races. Would have been good to have Leslie here, but obviously couldn't make it.
Yeah, even Max split. There's quite a few drivers, fast drivers that kind of missed out today, and who knows what could have happened.
Making it easy for you, Chief. That's what they're doing. Making it easy for you to win the championship.
Yeah, I need all the help I can get. But see that whenever I did that start, I knew that I got slightly better start than Eversnax. And that's why I was just like, balls to the walls going for that first chicane, because it was like, this is my only chance of overtaking him. Because if he gets through this corner ahead of me, he's off. So he probably didn't appreciate that because I was like elbows out at that point. But I had to do what I had to do. But yeah, once you're in that DRS range, it's game over pretty much. So
right.
once he caught up, my only hope was to hang into his DRS, but I just couldn't. And I think I made a mistake, and then it just cost me like 6 tenths, and that was it. Pretty much, he was off down the road. But yeah, it was a stressful race. I think I'm just happy now that's over.
Well, yeah, good job on the P2 there. Obviously, damage limitation, did the best you could possibly do. Just missed out by just a few tenths there towards the end. I've still that one away.
Yeah, it was close.
But good job, mate. I think we're gonna wrap that one up with you, and we'll see if Boosted wants to have a quick chat. You finished in P3, a Scotsman.
Okay.
If you want to grab him, yeah. Thank you very much.
See you later, guys.
See you, mate. See you next week. All right, Boosted, mate. Congratulations, P3 for the Aston Martin with the really high front wing that we've noticed in the spectator menu. Anyway, how was the race for you?
Yeah, thanks, man. It was all right. It was interesting. I'm a bit annoyed that I spun out early on because I feel like I could have maybe kept up with the front runners a bit more. But yeah, it kind of went okay. It's a shame we had a bit of a low grid today. I would have preferred to have got my first podium with a full grid of drivers, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, the way I've been kind of looking at the last few races here now is it sort of starts to wind down a little bit and everyone starts looking towards next season. Is these last few races for me are more sort of R&D for next season, since we'll be using the same game, I assume. So the one thing I kind of did differently today that I haven't done is ran a custom setup that I made for myself. Normally I will take someone else's setup and then kind of tweak it to suit me. yeah, this time I kind of just built my own one up from scratch, which looks hideous to anybody else, but somehow seems to work quite well for me. So I'm really happy that the pace seemed to be there today. So it kind of reassures me that I can maybe start looking at doing my own setups going forwards instead of relying on others or having a setup and then chickening out at the last minute because I don't trust myself.
That's right, and that's it. You're perfectly right too. Using, even though it's it's wrapping up the season, there are these are new tracks and stuff, but you're also using this as a good dress rehearsal for the next season, as you mentioned. Changing a few things around, okay, so the championship's not available for you and most of the other drivers, but these other little things are getting ideas, maybe turning something off, testing little things, as you said, changing your setup there, messing up a setup. That's, once again, it's a good dress rehearsal because, driving, you guys know, practicing is one thing, okay? You can practice all you like, but you don't practice in race conditions. So you don't know, let's say, how far you can push those tires, how far can you do that and all that sort of stuff. That's something that's good to have that knowledge, and you're only going to do it during a race, so why not turn up? People put the practice times in anyway on their own time, so do it during the race. Even if you no chance of winning, drive the car around there and test your different strategies out, see how it pans out. I think that's what it's about, right?
That's exactly it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I say, we're kind of, I think, ahead enough now of Alpine as a team, but we should be able to stay ahead of them now for the rest of the season. I know we're kind of scrabbling for the back of the grid at the minute, but yeah, we should be clear of them ish if we just keep the performances okay for the next 2 races. But yeah, it means that I'm able to kind of focus a bit more now on my driving and stuff, and that's kind of all I'm interested in now, because the last few seasons, when it's got to a new season, I've thought to myself, right, let's hit the ground running, let's practice, let's go. And then I find myself falling towards the back of the grid again. So so now it's like, right, we're gonna start early, we're gonna make a few changes, try a few things out, and yeah, I'm just happy that my setups worked today. Like I say, it was really good R&D for me, and quite a good confidence booster in that respect.
Oh, thank you very much, Boosted. Any questions for Boosted? I mean, Boosted, it was one of the spin clubs today. I think we pretty much determined everybody had a spin except for Ocean Chief, I think. But yeah, congratulations on the spin club. The Sandcastle Club today, actually, it was. Yeah, Pineapple, any questions for Boosted before let him go have a lay down?
No, none from me.
All right, there you go. So Boosted, thank you. Yep.
Yeah, thanks for commentating, guys. I know it's it's a bit tricky when there's not much of a grid, but yeah, I appreciate you taking your time out to give us a show.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Tomorrow you're going to have the exciting Tier 3, of course. That's going to be a beauty, and then you've got the Tier 2, and then the Tier 1 wrapping up all here, same place, same network, same location. They're all going to be, their hotel's booked out completely by SLR for all the crew, cast, crew, team, drivers. That's it from myself. Biggles, Mr. Pineapple's joined me. It's been fun, mate.
Yeah,
the pun's been coming thick and fast. We had a lot to talk about, obviously, during the race when they spread out.
Yep.
Good last-minute run there, obviously, from Chief and Eversnacks. And Eversnacks does take that victory, but he's, unfortunately, the man that's leading the championship is right behind him. Undamaged limitation, 18 points. So, a couple more races to go. Eversnacks needs 2 more race wins, and he needs something to go wrong with Ocean Chief. You heard from Ocean Chief before. He's a little bit scared because Eversnacks did that while he had basically a case of bronchitis. So once Eversnacks is 100% healthy, wow, he might be about 2 seconds up the road from everybody. But that's it. From myself and Pineapples, take care of you guys. Take care of yourselves, please. And have a good night. Bye-bye.